Hi, this is Lisa Somerville for Divinity Designs. Today I'm here to share with you the release for February 2023. This month we are releasing 1 stamp set and 3 custom dies. The stamp set, My Light, this is a set of 6. And the custom dies, Shining Lantern, this is a set of 8. The Lantern add-ons, this is a set of 26. This die set coordinates with the Shining Light Lantern die set. The dies are designed to fit inside the lantern globe. And the last die set, Flower Petals Layering Combo. This is a set of 4. You have the top layer, 2 middle layers, and the bottom layer. Now I'd like to share with you some tips for using the products in the February 2023 release. We're going to start out with the Flower Petals Layering Combo die set. Again, this is a set of 4. It contains the top layer, 2 middle layers, and a bottom layer. You'll die cut these dies, then stack them on top of each other to create the dimensional flower petal. And here you can see a finished sample where I've already die cut and layered these dies together. You'll die cut these dies from different pieces of colored cardstock. Here's the top layer, middle layer, the other middle layer, and the bottom layer. I adhered my die cut layer panels together using Barely Art Craft glue. Here's the top layer on the middle layer, the top and both middle layers, the top, both middle layers, and the bottom layer. Here's the top layer, the first middle layer, and the bottom layer, the first middle layer and the bottom layer, the 2 middle layers, the 2 middle layers and the bottom layer, and again all 4 layers layered together. As you can see, there are many different combinations that you can create when using the Flower Petals Layering Combo die set. And here's another example using the Flower Petals Layering Combo die set. On this panel, I only used layer 1 and I die cut it out of 3 different pieces of colored cardstock, and then I inlaid the pieces back together to form a quilt look. This die set can be used with our A2 portrait or landscape card base with layers die set, like you see here. You have the room at the bottom of the card to add a sentiment or verse. For an added pop of color between the layering panel and the base card, you can use our matting rectangle die. You can take one of our square dies and add a layer behind the Flower Petals Layering Combo. You can also use the Flower Petals Layering Combo die set along with our square card base with layer die set and square die sets. The frame die that I used on this card is from the flourished square background. I've also used some of our square dies and the square card base with layer die set. The cardstock is from the Bright Cardstock Pack. And there you have the Flower Petals Layering Combo die set. Next, I'm going to share with you some tips for using the Shining Light Lantern and the Lantern add-ons die sets. The Shining Light Lantern fits on both the A2 portrait card base with layer die set and also our square card base with layer die set. Using these 2 die sets, you'll die cut and emboss the dies following the directions for your die cutting machine. Embossing the dies will bring out the detail of the dies. Anytime you see 2 shades of purple on the packaging or the web images, that does indicate that you should emboss your dies for best results. Here you can see the Shining Light Lantern was die cut and embossed from black cardstock. The globe was die cut using our Sunset Skies paper pad. The mountains are from the Lantern add-ons die set. To adhere my die cut pieces together, I used Barely Art Craft glue. Shown here are the die cut pieces from the Shining Light Lantern die set. Again, this is a set of 8. Here you can see the lantern flame die cut and assembled. Globe was die cut from a piece of acetate. You can also use overhead transparencies. And here you can see all those pieces die cut and assembled together. The dies from the Lantern add-ons die set coordinate with our Shining Light Lantern die. The dies are designed to fit inside the lantern globe, like you see here. And here you can see the dies from the Lantern add-ons die set die cut and embossed from pieces of colored cardstock. To adhere my die cut pieces together, I did use Barely Art Craft glue. And here you can see the globe die cut from various pieces of the Sunset Skies paper pad. That's going to become my backdrop behind the lantern. So as you can see, there are many different scenes that you can create when using the Shining Light Lantern along with the lantern add-ons die sets. Now I'll be sharing with you some of the projects that I created using Divinity Designs February 2023 release along with additional Divinity Designs products. The first 3 cards use the Shining Light Lantern. 2 of these cards also use the lantern add-ons, and all of the cards also use additional Divinity Designs products. On these 2 cards, I used all the dies from the Flower Petals Layering Combo die. And on these next 2 cards, I only used the top layer and paper pieced all the pieces back into the die cut. So as you can see, the dies from this month's release can be used on both A2 cards and square cards. Now I'd like to share with you some inspiration from the design team using the February 2023 release, along with additional Divinity Designs products. If you have any questions about the products shown in this video, you can use the Leave a Message button on our website to send us an email. For more inspiration, visit the product pages on our website, like us on Facebook, or follow us on Pinterest and Instagram.